So what's wrong with doing it that way then? Here we've got our styles inside our p tags, and it all works fine, it all looks fine. Well, there's a couple of reasons why we don't do it this way. One of them is purely to keep our code nice and organized. So if we've got style tags everywhere, all over the place, to make the website display in a certain way, then our code is going to be horrendous. It's going to have content like this sort of area with the actual words of the page on it, and it's going to have styles inside that. If you want to get a particularly complicated site or a site that displays in a certain way, you might have endless style tags all over the place. So that's one reason not to do it this way. Another one is that if you've got several different paragraph tags and you decide you want to change them all from blue to green, for example, then doing it this way, you need to manually go through to each of those style tags and change the blue to a green, which is obviously not something that you want to be doing on a regular basis. So going back to our good old example domain, we can see a better way of doing this, and this is known as internal CSS. So once again, we'll look at the source of this page, and now we're going to pay a bit more attention to this bit here. So let's copy and paste that into our page, and so let's have a look at this. So what have we got? The body refers to this body tag here. That is the whole of the actual content of the page, really. So anything in this body section is going to affect anything inside the body section of the HTML, so pretty much everything on the page. Div tag there is going to be anything inside a div, so in this case it's all inside that div, so that's going to affect everything inside that particular div. You can see the nice thing about this is that if I want to have certain set of instructions for my div, and at the moment they're all 600 pixels wide, if I want to change that to 800 pixels wide, then that's going to affect every div in this section here. So if I had more than one div, it would affect them all. So that's the really great thing about doing it in an internal way rather than an inline way. Not only does it keep everything kind of separated out, but it also means that if you update one thing, it will update every type of that thing that appears on the page. So let's get rid of this and what they've got there and create some stuff from scratch. So we'll get rid of those divs and we'll just work straight in the body. So let's start with creating a paragraph tag. Whoops. And we'll simply have, this is some text. Full stop. Okay, let's save that and just switch back over here. There it is. Great. So how do we affect that style tag? There's a number of ways that we could do it. We could refer to a body. We could refer to a paragraph. I think we're going to go for paragraph for now. So we'll do a P to say that we want this style to affect any paragraph tags. And we do an open curly brackets like that. We're going to end with a close curly brackets. I always think it's a good idea to open and close before you've written your content. Otherwise, it's easy to forget to actually close the thing. And we'll do the same as before. We'll look at color. Let's make it red this time. So let's just see if that works. Fantastic. And obviously I can then change my paragraph. Let's put in another one. So we've got two paragraphs. This is some text. This is some more text. Hey, great. So we now have both of those as paragraphs. And if I now change this to green and save that, it updates both of those paragraphs, which is exactly what we want. So this is internal CSS. We've got our style tags at the top, as they had on the example.com, and we've got our paragraphs, which are both being affected by that.